what do you think when you hear, have you ever been peer pressured? You may think it's skipping school with friends, breaking your curfew, sneaking out, or drinking beer. But peer pressure isn't just that. And that's why I want to make sure people realize the problems of peer pressure today and how it affects us. It can make us feel different, left out, sad, or even lose our sense of individuality. And it can even make us change what we think and believe. Peer pressure can come from anybody in your life, whether it be your classmates, people you work with, friends, or even family. You can be peer pressured for a number of reasons, whether it be what your favorite football team is, the music you listen to, the job you want when you're older, the school you want to go to, or maybe to make a certain decision you're not comfortable with. A study done by Catherine Reed for the Firewall Times shows that overall, 85% of students have felt peer pressure before. The fact that over 3/4 of students have dealt with this problem before shows its significance and why we should combat it. Now, the key to finding a way to stop peer pressure is to understand why high schoolers fall to it and what reasons they have. It can be to fit in, have people like you, to make you seem cool. Well, another study done by Catherine Reed, she states that 28% of students say that giving in to peer pressure helps them move up the social ladder. You may ask, why would anyone care about moving up an imagined social ladder? Well, for some people, it's their need for belonging. And if you don't know, the meaning of belonging means a human's emotional need to affiliate with and be accepted by members of a group. Being accepted into a group can help the person feel valued and help them mentally feel better about themselves. But that's the problem. Seeking other people's validation to feel like you're worth something is a bad mindset. Having your happiness and worth determined by others is a destructive and not a long-term solution to happiness. It's better to focus on yourself, your goals, and making yourself better. I want to make sure people truly understand the problems of peer pressure and why it's so important to get this problem under control. Some problems that peer pressure can create are severe and can sometimes ruin a life. A study done by Teen Savers shows that around 55% of teens have tried drugs before because of peer pressure. And the likelihood of teenagers doing more drugs later in their adult life is increased when being peer pressured into drugs early on. So this shows that peer pressure doesn't just quit affecting you after high school. It can have long-lasting effects and problems that you may have to deal with later in life. Another study done by the National Center for Drug Abuse Statistics shows that drug use went up 61% among 8th graders between 2016 and 2020. It's even worse that not even in high school yet, kids are already having experiences with substances, and this can be detrimental to their growth and overall well-being. 62% of teenagers in 12th grade have abused alcohol. In 12th grade, these high schoolers are almost adults and ready to go out into the world and start their life. And at this age, kids are not fully developed and can very easily make the wrong choices. One big mistake is getting behind the wheel of a vehicle and either getting pulled over, which will go on your permanent record, or endangering yourself or others. 50% of teenagers have misused the drug at least once. And then here you can see a diagram showing overdoses from 15 to 24-year-olds. The major problems with drugs is the side effects and not having the knowledge to properly use some of them. A study done by Just Think Twice states that research shows that there is a definite link between teen substance abuse and how well you do in school. Teens who abuse drugs have lower grades, a higher rate of absence from school and other activities, and an increased potential for dropping out of school. This shows that drugs can affect teens in school heavily. And for some athletes, they might be prone to using painkillers, whether it be aspirin, ibuprofen, or other over-the-counter pain pills. Without proper knowledge, people may overuse them or take too many, which can develop health problems. The more dangerous drugs, like cocaine, heroin, and opioids, are more severe because they're addictive and without help can cause serious health issues and can even lead to death. That's why having people in your life is a big component, because they can give you helpful advice about how to handle peer pressure and the choices it can bring you. Some people who can give you advice are close friends, teachers, and most importantly, your family. And now I want to show you a video with Jonathan Scott and his thoughts on peer pressure and how he speaks about it as a parent.
Peer pressure plays a role in teenagers' drug use the same way it plays a role in almost every aspect of teenagers' lives. Teenagers are exquisitely sensitive to how their friends and peers perceive them, and they assign great importance to those relationships. As they try to navigate the rocky waters of puberty and they try to find their place in the world, they naturally move from their parents to their friends as the most important social group in their lives. This is normal, it's natural, and it should be expected by parents. The thing that parents shouldn't do is assume that once they've been assigned second place, that they've lost their power position. Maybe they've lost a little bit of their absolute control, but they have not lost the ability to influence their kids' decisions. When parents stay involved with their kids' lives, they directly impact how those kids act. And it's really important that they not fall prey to peer pressure, because kids that feel supported and loved and maintain relationships with their parents are less likely to succumb to peer pressure than kids who don't have that relationship in their family. The most important thing that parents can do is never stop trying. Never stop telling their kids that they love them. Never stop telling them that their safety is their first concern. And it's also important that parents continue to review rules, consequences, and expectations, because that kind of clarity really helps kids succeed in the face of peer pressure.
Question. Introducing Nobu's Firefly class. Buckle up for the coolest ride. In case
As the video showed, having people around you, supporting you, and caring about you is very important and can help an individual feel like they don't have to fall to peer pressure. Overall, peer pressure is a very high problem for people my age and will continue making people make choices they don't want, risk their health, their happiness, or lives. Being more understanding and letting people choose their own choices and supporting them and their reasons is a good way to end peer pressure in our generation. Thank you.